Welcome to the future of money. Come with us on this journey into the world of Bitcoin, blockchain and crypto projects. You're going to meet the trailblazers. These people have changed my life and they may very well do the same for you. Welcome back, everybody. Great to see you again. Lisa?
Hi, Sean. Great to be here.
Now, you've invited Mike along from ENECUUM to tell us about the ENQ token today. So we've actually covered that on the trading show on Monday numerous times, Mike.
He's not only going to tell us about ENQ, he's going to tell us about the new exchange.
So I'm going to hand it over to you, Mike. If you could tell us, give us the high-level overview of what's going on, where everything's at, and then Lisa and I will fire a few questions at you.
Yeah, hello, Sean. Hello, Lisa. I'm really happy to be with you today. Thank you very much for inviting me here. About ENECUUM, I think not many of your users are quite familiar with our project, and I will talk a little bit more about what we did and what our plan for the new project. So we develop our ENECUUM network back in 2017, and 6 months ago we was released the mainnet in August. Right now we have around 1,400 till 500 nodes all over the world which support the network, and we have our own blockchain. So this is not a fork. It was developed from scratch, and we have our own algorithm called Trinity based on 11 sub-protocols. We have very strong academical and researchers team with experience more than 40 years in cryptography, not in cryptography. So
yeah,
so it's very
not that old.
yeah, it's a different, let me say so. Yeah. But in general, idea of the Bitcoin was implement a lot of cryptography, and but anyway, it's we call it a Trinity protocol, and a lot of math behind of this protocol with 11 sub protocols. But simple idea it's was stay for behind the project, how we can make the blockchain and crypto more use cases for regular people. So we implement the mobile devices to one of the nodes which can support the network, and it's quite easy in our network. You can download the application, you can stake a little Bitcoins on top of on your amount, and you can earn rewards using this application, be online and be rewarded, and make the small work, we call it proof of activity. So it's quite simple to join the network, really. And
so it's as simple as having an Android phone, isn't it?
Yeah, it's it was the few projects to try to bring this concept to the market, like Electronium, Mipcoin. I remember was guys from Korea, Mipcoin. So and we have completely different system, because they was try to implement POW, proof of work algorithm to the phone, and it doesn't make sense, because the battery became really hot in 20 minutes, and your mobile phone will completely destroy after 1 or 2 months of this mobile mining.
Yeah, so that's a bit crazy, and that would be like those Samsung phones that had the issues with heating up and catching fire. So imagine if you were doing it on those.
Yes, and it's and the politic of iOS and Android, the Play Market, they was cancel all mining application back in 2018, as I remember, and then, as I know, they also cancel all cloud mining. So this is completely not allowed, and this is why we have just wallet in Android Play Store and iOS test flight market. And for join our network as a mobile node, you have to download the application for Android directly from our website. So
is it coming to iPhones at any time, iOS phones at any time soon, or it's just going to purely stay on the Android phones?
I'm not sure that it will be allowed on the iOS, and you know how it works, the iOS, so you can do nothing. So
yeah,
yeah, it's funny story. A lot of people from different country contact us and say, "Hello, guys, we can help you with to get a license and push your application to the iOS users." And we go to check more details, and yes, it's possible. So, but this license give you just for 1 year, and after that, in any time, the guys from Apple can cancel the way to your application, and you cannot even open your application.
I have heard that they do that a lot. Like they change all the algorithms and everything within the iOS, and then it stops a lot of applications working. So it's been a major issue for some big companies. I know Adobe Photoshop had some issues with some of their stuff as well. So yeah.
And this is always question of the security. So if the one situation, if you can open application and this application doesn't work, you can get access to your private keys and to your funds and to withdraw it, or just copy your private keys and go to the web wallet and get access to your digital assets.
Okay.
But in this case, the application doesn't open, so you push the applications button and
no, that's not a good thing ever, that you can't get access to your private keys or anything like that.
Of course, so we decide to not make this kind of experiments, because it always the question of the security of our users. Yeah. So we have test flights, you can, but anyway, we have the POS validators, so you can delegate you can delegate your tokens to POS validators and get rewards. So at the moment, the ROI around 6 till 8%. And for POA mining, it's around 15 till 20. So it's more profitable to make POA mining using Android phone. But if you have you don't have Android phone, you can use POS validators to delegate them your assets and get a passive income.
So with the POA, so with the mining, is it sort of the tokens then end up in your wallet? So it's sort of like a frictionless staking sort of protocol that they've got happening on a lot of coins at the moment.
Yes, daily. You have reward daily. So okay. Yeah, it's quite cool feature. I will try to explain it very similar. Like we have Uber, yeah, Uber story. So a lot of drivers come to the airport, and everybody waiting for someone will hire them. And person when he come out from airport, just try to find and send the order. Like, I would like to go from airport to, I don't know, this place. And these Uber drivers, it's like our POA nodes. So one of them will get this order and will be rewarded. And
so
the next
you
time,
get an alert within the wallet, or it's automatic?
Yeah, it automatically will go to the account, and that doesn't matter. You will get the access from Android application. You can get access from web wallet, and we will release in next week, I think, for public our extension. So you can get access to your funds using your extension.
So is there
and you can see everything in our blockchain explorer, so you can see the rewards which will come to your wallet and daily base, depending on how much on your stake at the moment.
So so when you're staking the ENQ in the wallet, then it's all dependent on the amount that you have. So if you have a larger amount, you're gaining a larger mining amount back. Is that correct? Or is it just random?
Yes, it's a really good question. Because, yeah. So the daily emission right now and at the moment for full network around 16 or 18 ENQ daily. And 45 or 50%, so almost half of these rewards go to POA miners. And POA miners, this is the mobile nodes, they have to stake from 25 ENQ till 25,000 ENQ. And these rewards will go to wallets which was included in the blocks who make the work for the network, and distribution correlated with the amount of tokens which stake on POA nodes. And we have a lot of compliance first months of the work of our network from our users. Like people create the farms with 100 or 200 phones all over the world, from Cambodia, cool. Italy, Russia, Korea. So all over the world, people create the huge farms with old Android devices. And
so essentially you can have, like they did with Bitcoin, where they have the big factories where they have all the, the computers and everything running, doing the algorithms. So you just have all the Android phones all set up, and then that's kind of cool.
Yeah. And so it's also one funny story that people use the smartwatch, the TV to mine ENQ and send us to our official Telegram channels, like funny video how they mine ENQ using the watch and TV station. It's funny. So,
Mike, just on that note, for somebody watching, I mean, what could you put some numbers around how much you can sort of get from actually, because there's a lot of lazy people in crypto. I talk to them all the time. They'll buy a token and they leave it on an exchange. They're not really using it, they're not staking it. So I'm just trying to sort of, for those sort of people who are watching this and hearing about your project, talk us through that sort of process. If somebody's wanting to really maximize the use of ENQ, what's really involved there? And firstly, where can they buy ENQ?
So I will try to wait a second.
When I say put a number around it, it's sort of
So right now the ROI for POA, if you get referral code, it's 18% annually, 18%. So
18% is awesome. Like when you consider bank percentages when you're like investing in a fund there or leaving your money sort of at the bank, it's sort of 1 to 3% at the moment in Australia. So 18% is huge.
Yeah, and this is for POA miner, and it means you have to put on stake, and your telephone have to be online. So when we back to 2018, I think we tried to develop what is the most interesting region for us, for our users, and we was thinking that Africa will be one of the interesting market for us. And this is not true, because the price for mobile internet in African country similar to Switzerland, so it's cost a lot. So it's unbelievable. So people cannot pay for be online every time. So they just use it when they need internet. And the most cheapest country with the mobile internet was Korea, South Korea, of course. And Russia, some country of CIS, so not so many countries have the cheap internet, and Africa was completely high-level price for mobile internet, and and this is from 17 to 18% annual, but you have to be online. And if you would like to delegate your tokens to the POS node, you can get, wait a second, I will check right now. So almost 7% annually. So for delegation, it's quite simple. You just delegate to your funds to one of the, right now we have 20 nodes all over the world. We have ENECUUM, one POS node in Australia, ENECUUM Australia. Yeah, ENECUUM Australia, yeah. And fee, the validator fee, it's 6%. So the validator charges 6% for his work. And by the end,
you could go on Wi-Fi, so you could get free Wi-Fi in places that offer that, and do your mobile mining that way, or is it not strong enough?
Yeah, you can use Wi-Fi, of course, but for get rewarded and get 80% early annually, you have to be online 24/7.
Okay.
Otherwise, it's just. So when taxi driver work for Uber, he get reward. When he sleep at home, he not have reward. It's,
that's true.
Similar.
Yeah.
So
give us the big picture of what you're doing at ENECUUM, Mike. I mean, who are you competing with here? How big do you see this going? What's that grand vision for you all?
Yeah, so this is I just talk about some inside details how it work, and of course this is not a general idea and general conception of our project, because mining it's nothing. So this is just a way to people how they can use it right now at the moment and get a profit from using our system. In general, we are creating the blockchain network, and our competitors like Ethereum mostly, and we call some people call us like Ethereum on mobile phones. So we make completely the same, and we have completely the same vision. Like we're completely decentralized, and we distribute our tokens all over the world. So we have also the nodes which support us, and this is right now the possible to get reward to join the network. At the moment, we already have around 75 or 72 tokens which issued on top of the ENECUUM. So anyone can issue their own tokens, and very simple way. Like you don't have to special knowledge, and you don't have to be developers to create the smart contract. You can use our UX and UI to create your own tokens, and we have very interesting architecture of tokens for token issuers, like commission conception, commission fee architecture. So
if you're creating your own tokens, where are they? How do you like then trade them and sort of use them?
At the moment, our protocol integrated to KuCoin, Probit, and Gravix exchange. So if you will create token, Lisa token today with 10 million of emission, let me say, in a couple of days after, you will get a deal with the KuCoin, and they can integrate our standard token to exchange. So same like ERC20. So our standard, it's already integrated on 3 exchange. And we will launch our Annex DEX quite soon. I will talk a little bit more about this later, and it will be really cool for all our users, and not only for them. So the cool features with the tokens and transaction structure. So, for example, Lisa, you decide to issue tokens and use it for your users. I don't know how, like you can reward them, you can make some distribution for people, and maybe you have some like something like private channel with some inside signals, inside information, and people can pay to you for get access to this channel. Like you can make the content daily based, and at Friday you have special content. And to get access, people have to pay to you. Okay, for example, and you create the Lisa token. And for example, to get access for one time, people have to pay to you 100 Lisa tokens. Okay.
Yeah.
And when you issue the tokens, you decide the commission which have to be paid by your users. And those commissions will go directly to your wallet as an issuer wallet. And you will pay to the miners, to the network in ENECUUM commission. So just calculate. Okay, you decide to issue 1 million Lisa token. Okay. How much subscribers you have right now? Around 65,000?
Yeah, about 65,000.
Okay, 65,000. So let's see that maybe 20% of them would like to use your private channel with the signals. It will be 30,000 people. Okay, 30,000 people and 100 Lisa token. Okay. For get the access. Okay, so and for example, you decide that transaction fee will be 1 Lisa token.
Okay.
For each transaction, and so your target goal it's the market cap for 1 million Lisa token. It's 1 million USD.
Wow.
Okay.
That's
your target
exciting.
Goal. Okay. Okay. So just imagine. Okay. So this will be 1 million USD valuation, and 1 Lisa token will cost around 1 USD. So your users have to pay to you for each to get access for each private content, 100 Lisa token, and 1 Lisa token they will pay as a transaction fee.
Okay.
And you will pay to ENECUUM networks less than half USD, half cent, less than half cent.
Oh, really? Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah. So, and we calculate that 30,000 people will get access to you weekly. It's mean 30,000 weekly, 52 weeks per year. So after 1.5 year, all 1 million Lisa token will go to your wallet, because so you will get these tokens to your wallet weekly, and you put them back to the market, and it's like a money machine.
It definitely is, isn't it?
So it's just idea. Just think about it. Maybe you.
Yeah, no, that's
to make
a really good idea. I've had a heap of people.
You might see the first buds of the Lisa token on the show, people.
Yeah, no, a lot of people on Twitter have been telling me to make a Lisa token. So
you know how it make it right now very easily, and we will definitely support you to explain how it works. By the way, we have a very cool feature with token calculator, and can I share the screen? I think it will be very interesting for your community who would like to make some token in the future, and he needs some help from tokenomics perspective. Okay, wait a second.
So while you're just doing that for people, just a bit of a summary here. Anycom is a protocol, not an app. You're mobile based. You're playing with the big boys here.
Yeah.
So what language is involved? How people sort of developing on the protocol? Can you tell me a little bit about that as well?
Yeah, so at the moment, people, we don't have the idea right now. It's how it works now. So most of the smart contracts, like issue tokens, like delegated contracts, they integrate in the core of the protocol. So you don't need to special skills to make the contract, like issue the token. And you don't have to, so in the future, we will add some, we will integrate EVM, and it will be heavy smart contract in the future. So for now, we think it's quite enough functionality with our DEX to use mostly our blockchain protocol for DeFi features, for DeFi sectors. And the Ethereum, they decide to make everything for everyone. And this is what happened right now. So the transaction cost, like, it can cost like 1,000 USD sometime if you use some farming. For one crazy transaction, 1,000. Come on, it's not possible, because it's a one smart contract work with other smart contract, which work with other smart contract with three other smart contract, and you have to pay for one transaction like 1,000 USD. Come on. So
it's crazy. It's so crazy, the fees on Ethereum. Like, yeah, the gas fees are just insane.
Yeah, so for regular transaction, you have to pay it like from 20 USD or 15 USD for just send the Lisa token to Sean. So you have to pay 15 USD. Come on, it doesn't work.
No,
so,
that's crazy.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, this is sort of the holy grail of blockchain, isn't it? It's always that compromise between speed, scalability, and security. So I'm just sort of trying to understand, you know, really, you know, how you solve that problem. You know, reading a white paper, you're talking about being able to achieve all three of those in unison, which we're clearly seeing from most blockchains. They're not pulling that off. So, you know, what how have you guys cracked it?
Yeah, so actually this is the three pane of the blockchain, like scalability, security, and the speed. So from security perspective, we use different type of nodes, and we are most decentralized, and for be attacked, it's more difficult to hackers and to bad guys to attack us, because they have to attack not only POS or only POV. So they have attack us in the POS, in the POW, and the POA. And we use the ID-based cryptography, so it's quite new. And actually, we was first company who we implemented ID-based cryptography to the code, to source code, because we try to find some library we doesn't find it, and we make it by ourselves. We will publish it right now. We have audit of the source code. We will publish it on our Trinity lab GitHub quite soon. This is from security perspective. From scalability, we just make the tests, and we can on those code base which we have now, we can cover up to 2 million transactions per day, and we think it will be enough for the market, for our users, for the next few months. And from scalability, we implement the POA and mobile mining to our protocol to scale the amount of the people and nodes as many as we can. So we have one more very interesting feature. So we think like how we can scale our users up to millions, because if right now we have 1,500 people with the stakes and on POA mining. So our ROI can be more than our inflation rate. So our inflation rate right now like 4.5%. So the ROI cannot be more than our inflation rate.
So with inflation rate, do you need the ENQ token value to rise so that's in line with the inflation rate?
No. We so the inflation rate, it's how many new tokens we create beside of tokens which already exist.
Okay.
So this is inflation rate. So in the small figures, we have total circulation and total supply 100 million of tokens, and each year next year we will mint 4.5 million up. So the inflation rate will be 4.5%.
Okay.
So right now inflation rate for our network it's around 4%, and it's mean if all of the token users put all those tokens to the stake, the minimum ROI they will get 4.5% minimum. So they can make less ROI, and we understand that for some of the people it will be not so interesting. They can use some other DeFi services, and how we can scale these numbers. And we implement the same system with the slots to our core. So we have 10 slots for 10 other tokens which can be mineable. It's mean you can find your own tokenomics which will be suitable for you. And by the way, when we start our mobile mining, the ROI was 750%. And it always happened when you just launch your network, not so many people come.
Yeah.
And reward, reward was like when the likes of the Hollywood star in Instagram, when he posts a picture.
That's awesome.
It's like a million likes come like,
yeah,
like this. So when we launch our network, reward was the same. So
that's excellent. That would have been, for all those early people on the network, that would have been awesome. 750%. That's just
yeah. So one friend of mine he mined in a couple of weeks tokens and buy the new Android phone.
Oh,
just in 2 weeks.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So and after a couple of weeks we will launch our Annex DEX. So Annex it will be first DEX on top of our anycom protocol, and with functionality of trading, create the liquidity
essentially
assets.
The Annex DEX, so you could have the Lisa token trading on the Annex DEX.
Yes, definitely. Annex DEX, yeah. So you can create the trading pairs to the Annex, to Sean token, to ENECUUM, to some other token, doesn't matter. So you will be rewarded for pool. You know how it works. You create a pool with some other pair, and you will get in our model you will get 0.2% from trading, and it will be reward for liquidity provider, and 0.05% will go to the treasury fund. And if you will create so for example you make the trading pair Lisa token to ENECUUM, and you will get liquidity token LP Lisa ENECUUM. And if you the 0.05% from each trade will go to treasury fund. And if you or someone else will make the one more liquidity pool to ENX and lease LP, Lisa ENQ, so those 0.05% will go.
So essentially, that's that 0.05 is a tax, like we're seeing on a lot of sort of tokens at the moment. So when you're sort of trading and moving them, they're taking a portion of that, and then you get the balance.
It's a little bit more complicated, but in general, you can stake. You can create the trading pair Lisa token to ENQ, for example, or to Sean token. And the people, you or someone else, can be rewarded for each trading activity to those pairs with commission 0.05% if they will stake ENX in space station. So you have to stake at least one ENX, 100 ENX, doesn't matter. You have to stake at least something, and you can get you will get reward from each trade from all trading pairs if they have a trading pair liquidity pool to ENX. So I already showed this concept to the different guys which work in DeFi field for last 2 years, and I mean they work with DeFi. It doesn't make doesn't mean they buy DeFi tokens and then sold them. No, they use instruments from DeFi. So they use different services. They move different assets from different farming system, lending protocols, and so on. So they're quite familiar with all of them. They and they give me very good feedback of our ENX token model, because ENX will be needed for everything on the exchange. And we implement the best practice from SushiSwap, Uniswap, Pancakes exchange, and just we will definitely see what's going on with version 3 of Uniswap.
Yeah, I was just going to ask you, are you going to sort of implement some of those features? Because there's some amazing things happening there with version 3.
I'm really happy that guys make something new completely. I just read yesterday the concept of version 3, and this is new product. This is completely new product. So they will implement, they will move liquidity token to NFT. So liquidity providers will not get LP ERC20 anymore. They will get NFT tokens. Do you know?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, it's
really
it's
exciting.
cool. Yeah, it's a cool. So we will definitely see the best practice from version 3, and at the moment we don't have the NFT tokens, and we will. I think this functionality will be next quarter or something summer, maybe autumn, but we will definitely more go deep to version 3 to find maybe some ideas and which we can implement as well in our Annex DEX. So, and it will be launched in a couple of weeks. And right now we just closed last week our community round for ENQ holders. We raised 2 mil in 20 minutes in 2 mil ENQ, not USD, and in 20 minutes. And right now we are second round with strategical partners and funds, and we will share some details later on. For the public sale, we have different proposals from different launch pools and centralized exchange to make IDO or IEO. So it will be very cool project. And one more important thing, that we will deliver the bridge between Ethereum, Binance Smart Chain in our protocol to open door for liquidity from those blockchains. Because,
so you're going for the interoperability between the chains.
Yeah, so actually we will implement, we work on the bridge. We have our own bridge for more than 2 years. and it was just for ENECU between Ethereum and Anycom. And right now we modified it, and we will implement this bridge to the Annex exchange. And I can tell you it will be bridge. It will be Ethereum, Binance Smart Chain, Bitcoin.
How do you go?
Litecoin. It will be as well Bitcoin, Litecoin.
Yeah. So how do you go? Like, obviously we've seen on a lot of like the sort of the smaller dexes, we've seen these rug pulls at the moment. So you know, what are the audits like on the ENEX?
What is the? I'm sorry. What is the?
So basically, so the liquidity draining, so where they go in and they go through a back door and, you know, basically sell the tokens or cancel the orders and, you know, sort of basically kill the tokens. So is that something that is possible on to happen, like through a hack or something like that on the ENX?
You mean how we can guarantee that it will be no some fake tokens or something like that?
Yes, yeah, pretty much.
No, we cannot guarantee it, never, because we are completely decentralized. So anyone can create hundreds of Lisa token, and your users always have to check the ID of your tokens on your official website, or Twitter. So, because otherwise it doesn't make sense. It's not a decentralized system. We have to like make some governance like, no, you're not a Lisa. Please give us the proof that you are Lisa. So, and this it doesn't work. So for you, of course, this is the really bad thing for in case of manipulation on Uniswap and PancakeSwap on other decentralized exchange or half decentralized exchange.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of that happening at the moment, where, you know, there's these fake links and that sort of thing. So people aren't checking that, and, you know, I'm hearing more and more that they're losing their money. So, you know, it's just. It's just a matter of people going to the actual sites, the websites, and, you know, obviously Twitter or whatever, wherever that person has the tokens, to guarantee that they're the correct ones.
Yes.
Mike, could you tell us a bit about the legal structure? Are you a foundation? How are you sort of moving to ultimately, you know, full decentralization of where we all know that's very difficult? So, we've obviously got it in Bitcoin, but nothing else really. I know, looking at the team, there's a hell of a lot of academics involved there. You've got some amazing people that are behind this project, all university professors and so forth. How did the project come about? How are you moving to decentralization, and what's sort of the current legal structure? Is it a foundation, or you tell us a bit about that?
So right now we don't have any foundation. We have just few of different entities at the moment, and our goal to make the Trinity Lab, it's a DAO, and so we decide to move out this structure from ENECUUM to Trinity Lab, and the Trinity Lab will be. I see the Trinity Lab as a decentralized organization. But you know, sometimes you need have to entity to have some negotiation with partners, because the Trinity Lab will be involved not only in ENECUUM protocol, but we will in Trinity Lab we will provide and make different mechanics and different features which some other blockchains and projects can implement to his process. So, for example, when we will publish the this ID-based cryptography library, anyone can use it, and we will.
So basically, it's open source.
Yeah, of course. So we will inform a lot of our partners which can implement. They have a like cybersecurity firm, and they can. Provide these services, this code to their clients, which are different blockchains from different part of the world. So, and in this case, I see that the Trinity Lab more like a DAO, and the Trinity Lab right now make the most development and research and product work for Annex DEX and for our cross-chain bridge for DEX liquidity providers. So, and the foundation, it's quite complicated for us. We are still small team. We are around from 50 till 20 team members, including our ambassadors, and it's not quite big. And but foundation by themselves, it's like bureaucratical structure. You have to put some people on board. You have to some board members, general managers. They have to few times per week, per month or per year make meetings and so on. So I see our future most like a decentralized governance, and why it's very important for us, and because when the price for ENECUUM will be 100 USD, Lisa will get 1 USD from her users and pay 10 USD to anycom users, to anycom nodes, and it doesn't make sense for her, and she will move to other blockchains and move your Lisa token to Ethereum or Binance Smart Chain, or I don't know, Polka or some other. And this is why we need the governance structure. And the people, the users will decide like, okay, now the ENECUUM cost 100 USD and 0.1%. It's quite big for transaction for Lisa and for all other people, which need like hundreds of thousands transactions per day. And they will make decision how much the transaction fee have to cost for users. And this is the way what I see for us, for our future. It's a decentralized governance for the ENECUUM and DAO for Trinity Lab. Guys, I have to go.
No problems. Thank you so much for your time and explaining that all to us. And yeah, I'm very excited about Lisa token.
Yeah, just think about it. I will listen. I will send you the link.
Okay.
And I will send it in our in our Telegram chat. And later on, I can explain how it works. And it's a really cool feature. You can play with different mechanics for your distribution, token price, and so on, quite easily. And but this is more interesting for mineable tokens. But I can explain you how it used for just normal token, because I don't think you need some mineable tokens. I think you have to make non-reissuable token, just fix the emission and think about distribution, like how much you can distribute and which time you can make distribution immediately, or you can make some like 20% of total emission to distribute to some loyal users or something like that. But you can use it. It's quite simple.
Okay.
Mike, just before you go, we would love to have you back on in the very near future. I'm just for the audience watching this video, is there anything coming up in the next week or two they should be aware of, just in case we don't have you back before that time period? Just quickly, where are things at? What's happening in sort of the very short term? We'd love to have you back on for a live show. I think this is the sort of show that's probably created a lot of questions from the audience. So it'd be great to have you back on and answer some people live. But just before that happens, anything they should be aware of in the next week or two? Yeah,
so for the next couple of weeks, you can add to our Annex space first Telegram or Twitter, and will be a lot of news and partnerships with different interesting projects. So today I was more focused on ENECUUM because it's the core of the system, and after a few weeks I will make the full introduction of Annex space, how it works, what kind of features, what kind of possibility for what it will be one of the best DeFi platform for at the market at the moment. So we will see what happened with version 3 of Uniswap from functionality perspective, but right now the people crying use the Uniswap, So I will definitely recommend to subscribe on our Telegram or Twitter.
Yeah,
and
we'll put the link in the video here as well. Yeah. So I've got that link.
Yeah, and see for information for the next rounds of the public sale, which we are planning to make in 2-3 weeks.
Perfect.
All right. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much, guys.
Excellent.
Have a good evening.
We'll see you back here in the next week or two.
Yeah.
Thank you.
See you soon. Bye-bye.
Cheers.
Bye.
Bye now. Thanks for watching, everyone. Thank you, Lisa, for introducing us to anycom, the ENQ token.
ENQ is a really exciting token, and yeah, so much happening on it. And it's its own chain, and it's while its sort of major competitor is Ethereum, it's not on the Ethereum chain. As he explained, it's on its own chain, and that's really exciting.
Yeah, I think a lot of people may be watching this episode. There's a lot to sort of unpack there, isn't there? It's
there's a lot to unpack there, and it was very technical, and but yeah, I think when we're getting into these projects, we kind of need to delve into the technicals of them.
Yeah.
Like obviously with the trading show, that's just trading. But knowing what they actually do and what they're capable of is a very exciting thing, because that drives the price, in my opinion.
True. Yeah, so I think definitely one we'll have more of a dig into. It's going to be fascinating to get the viewer questions on this particular video. So please do that, people, both in the comments below and on Twitter. Look, I've read the white paper. I've really delved into this. I actually have a mobile networking background as well, but there is some complexity to this. Just sort of wrapping your head around. There's some new terms there. Obviously, proof of activity is something most people are hearing for the first time today. So yeah, look, links below to check this project out. Drop us your comments, ask Lisa or both of us on Twitter. We'll definitely have Mike back on in the coming weeks, but certainly this is a project we thought it's a pretty good idea to have on your radar, people. So do your own homework as well.
Something completely different, like just completely different. So, and that's the reason we look at all these different projects, is that we want to find these gems.
Yep.
And, obviously we've got DOT and we've got Kusama, and that's, that's a different network and chain again. So then we've got Ethereum, Bitcoin, and ENQ potentially has, so many things that can happen, and, they're introducing the smart contracts and, similarities, but functionality is different, as we heard. So,
Yeah, they've been around for a little while, but, they're I don't want to say they're biting off a lot here, but if they can really make this work, this is huge.
Well, they made it through the bear market, so that's a big thing. So, for all of these companies to make it that far and to, be developing and moving forward while the bear market was happening, and we're seeing all of those projects that survived the bear market absolutely exploding. So, like Theta has just reached over $15. So it's huge. These are all bear market things that have reinvented and continued. So ENQ is one of those.
Yeah. So we'll obviously have a look at the chart on the Monday trading show. We'll get Mike back on. We'll probably do a live show, people, so you can fire a few questions at him. But go away and look at this project. We want to hear what you think. give us your questions. We'll obviously get him back on. We'll address as much as we can for you. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope that sparked your interest, and everyone's turning the telly off now, and they're going to go and research anycom instead of watching Netflix. I know I am.
I don't remember the last time that I watched television, so it's just like it's all crypto for me.
Absolutely. All right, Lisa. Thank you for watching, everybody. We'll see you back here in the next day or two.
Cool. Thanks, guys.